Just got finished grocery shopping, as you can see, and I got just a few things. Something I want to try to make tonight, which I got from the cookbook my mother-in-law got us, which was by the owner of Slutty Vegan, and it was a recipe in there for vegan fried fish. So I want to try that. So I got most of the ingredients. I think I might be missing some for that. And yeah, let's go home and start this vegan fried fish.
Shiba, oh Shiba, no make me pull the trigger. Never be, never, no I can do whatever. Shiba, oh be mine, don't wanna be so no.
Okay guys, I'm going to walk you through some steps to make vegan fried fish. So yeah, let's get into it. So you gotta wash it first, and as she's washing it, she's gonna cut it and then she's gonna fry it. This is a really satisfying video to me, so I hope you guys enjoy it, and don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell.
All right, so like my daughter said, first you want to get your eggplant. You want to find a beautiful eggplant. I found this one. It was super big and looking great. I wasn't sure what I should look for in a good eggplant because I really don't cook with eggplant, but I googled it and it says as long as it's firm, not mushy to the touch, it might have a little give and that's okay, but you definitely want it to be firm. So any of you guys who've never worked with eggplant before, that's what you want to look for. So I found this one. It was super big, so you want to go ahead and cut them in slabs. Cut your eggplant in slabs as I'm doing here. My slabs weren't even, but it's okay. And then you have to get all of the skin off, so that's what I'm doing here.
Nobody can. Tell me how can I get my mind off you? I cannot take my hands off you. Tell me how I cannot get my eyes off you. Shiba, Shiba, girl you make me sinner. Shiba, oh Shiba, no make me pull the trigger. Never say never, no I can do whatever.
Alright, so once I got my slabs, I went ahead and cut my slabs in half because as you can see, they are super big. My eggplant was super big. So the slabs were too long for me to work with. I had to cut them in half. Once I got them all cut, I went ahead and pat them dry. As you may or may not know, they do have moisture, and I put some salt on that, and that gave some more moisture out. So you just want to put some salt on them and then pat them dry.
Shiba, oh Shiba, girl you make me sinner. Shiba, oh Shiba, no make me pull the trigger. Never say never, no I can do whatever. Shiba, oh be mine, don't wanna be so loser. No.
Once you put the salt on there, you want it to sit for 5 minutes, at least 5 minutes. So while that was sitting, I went ahead and cut up some potatoes to make some potatoes as a side to this dish. Alright, so next it's time to marinate the eggplant. You're gonna put it inside of a dish that is big enough to submerge the eggplant inside of the water. And in the water, you're going to put the seasonings. For this recipe, it called for seaweed, but I didn't have any, so instead I used some sazon as well as some seafood seasonings like salmon seasoning, Old Bay, onion powder. I put garlic powder and other things that I thought would just help really bring out the flavors and elevate the eggplant. You're going to put it inside the water, the eggplant inside the water, and marinate it for at least 10 minutes.
Find your love, I'm hoping you see me. Come serve it up the way I used to stir it up. Like Bible on my TV. Ooh, this feeling I can't hide. You filling up my mind, and I just don't know why. Shiba, oh Shiba, girl you make me sinner. Shiba, oh Shiba, don't make me pull the trigger. Never say never, you know I can't do never. Shiba, oh Shiba, don't wanna miss your desire.
While it's marinating, I went ahead and got my fish fry prepared. I used Zatarans. I used two different kinds. I used the crispy southern and then they're wonderful, and blended those two together. Then I added some extra things to this seasoning, including the Old Bay, and then I also wanted it a little crunchier, so I added cornmeal and panko crumbs. So this is how it looks in the recipe book. Very appetizing, right?
Shiba, oh Shiba, girl you make me sinner. Shiba, oh Shiba, no make me pull the trigger.
All right, so it's time to fry these bad boys up. So we went right out of the wet batter into the dry batter. Well, the wet marinade, let me say that. And we put it into the dry batter, coating both sides very well. And then we put it into the hot oil. You want to make sure your oil is nice and hot. I use vegetable oil, but you can use any kind of oil, really. I really like coconut oil, but my store was literally sold out of coconut oil. So I opted for the vegetable oil, and it came out pretty well.
To stay away from Yawa.
You want to fry each side of the fillet for about 2 to 3 minutes, and get you some paper towel to soak up that excess oil.
No, I can do whatever. Shiba, oh, be mine.
And here is the final product. It actually came out looking really nice and tasty. I had to give it a taste test, and it was crunchy, but that eggplant really surprised me. I really loved the consistency and the flavor. It wasn't fried fish, but it was a very good alternative, so I highly suggest it if you are looking to, maybe get rid of fish or maybe just try something new. And if you do, please let me know, comment below, and let me know how it turns out. Here's my final product. I also fried some mushrooms with it, had some macaroni cheese, and some potatoes.